So when it comes to real estate, one of the things that causes deals to fall through are the appraisal. The appraisal is what the bank or the lender sends out to give an estimate of the house or the value of that home. And all banks have their own appraisals. You cannot call an appraisal anymore and use that appraisal. The law has changed where now is a third party. You don't know who the appraisal is. So I'm always there for the appraisal, and I always provide the comparables needed, and I also know how to speak to appraisals, because if the appraisal doesn't come through, let's say you put an offer for a house for 400 and the appraisal comes in at 375, the bank's only going to lend you 375. That extra $25,000, you either have to negotiate with the seller or you have to come out of pocket, and a lot of times that could be a deal killer. Now, what do I do when it comes to the appraisal? From my experience, I provide the more recent comparables, but I go a step further. That's what pretty much any agent would do. If I see stuff that's under contract, it's about to close, that hasn't closed yet, I call those agents. And a lot of times they haven't even updated the computers. I find that a lot. They haven't changed it on the computer where it actually already closed and they haven't changed it, or it's about to close in a week and I get to find out more or less where that price is, and I provide that comparable to the appraisal. I even gone a step further where I've seen stuff on the computer, and I remember one time I sold a condo and there was no comparables, nothing had closed, but there was a for sale by owner that had closed identical on the floor below our unit, and it wasn't on the system. There was no photos, it was for sale by owner. So the appraisal probably can't use it because he doesn't have photos, he can't compare it. I knocked on the door and I said, hey, listen, we're gonna be buying the unit upstairs. It's a nice lady. Any way you could do us a favor, there's an appraisal that's coming. Can we come in and photograph your unit? It's only gonna take like 5-10 minutes at the most, I'll buy you lunch, whatever it was. I know the lady, if you can believe it, let us through. So we were able to use that comparator that wasn't even on the computer, but she opened the door and let us have it. So those are the little things I do that just takes it a step further. Speak to the appraisal, anything that has been done to the house recently within the 5 years. I let them know those upgrades, and all those little things come together to give you the value. And when the value is there, my client doesn't have to come up out of pocket with any money. The bank's gonna finance the whole amount. And that's great. It doesn't kill the deal. They get the property, they get all the financing from the bank, and we make it happen. So those are some of the little tricks I've done with the appraisal, and it goes a long way. And I've had many challenges with appraisals throughout the year, because if you're in real estate, you're gonna run into challenges with appraisal. So you have to find a way to get the solution and get the deal closed.